Hello, and this is the astrological forecast for Libra, Sun sign, and Libra rising for 2023. Right, okay, let's get into it straight away. The first half, well, up until the 16th of May, really significant development because Jupiter is in Aries, and that's in your seventh house, and it's in the house of other people, in the house of relationships. But more importantly, it's opposing your rising sign, opposing your sun sign. Now, this is about expansion and looking at things in a big way. So suddenly there's a bout of optimism. There's a want to do stuff that hasn't been done before. There's a real kind of sense of wanting an adventure, wanting life to suddenly turn into something different to what it's been. Jupiter's energy can be very restless and it can promise a lot but not deliver enough. You have to put the Saturnian structure in place for it to really make work. But it's a very potent force that means that you can do a lot in a very short space of time. And it means you can really begin to plan. So this is going to be from the 1st of January right up to the 16th of May. And then it goes into your eighth house, which is partners' money or other people's money. There's a sort of more deeper psychological motivations, I call it the therapeutic house, the psychological house. And that's really kind of going to take you through to the end of the year. And that's going to be very, very powerful actually for you. We've also, from the 7th of March, we've got Saturn entering into your sixth house, into Pisces. This is the house of health or service to others. So let's just cover this very quickly. So the health matters means that you have to put structure over a 2.5-year period and routine and limitations on your body, on your health. So it could be that new diet, new way of day-to-day activities, doing day-to-day activities. It's going to want you to work hard and be very self-disciplined in that area. And it's not going to kind of go, let you go and get away with it. You've got to put the effort in. And when you do that with Saturn, it works beautifully. It's when you don't that Saturn can cause kind of a few problems. So that comes in early March for you. So you'll kind of feel that. The other thing is service to others. It might be through charitable. It might be through the way that you're working through with others and stuff like that. It might be that because the sixth house also comes under the rulership of pets. So it might be that, pets or animals that are around you suddenly have to work harder or put more energy into, or they become more, you need to be more responsible, or there's a sort of duty aspect to it that comes in to your everyday life. One of the things, obviously, that Libra have to be looking out for, because Libra's ruled by Venus, is obviously what happens with Venus. And this year we do have a Venus retrograde, and that's going to be from the 3rd of July all the way till the 4th of September. And it's going to be really kind of affecting the 11th house, which is friendships. And during that period there might be certainly situations regarding friendships that are under the microscope. Friends may come and go. Maybe friendships that no longer serve you might go, right, okay, I don't want that. And obviously anything artistic or creative during that time, there might be delays. So just look out for that period, because that's quite a significant period. I also want to talk about Mars in Cancer, because that's going to be in your 10th house from the 25th of March up until the 21st of May. So career, aspirations, ambition, a lot of focus at that time is going to really come in for you. And that really, to me, that kickstarts your year. But I think that because of the first half of Jupiter, being so optimistic and external and wanting to do stuff, I think that's pushing you forward for that second half, certainly of that spring, the May-June period, where I think a lot's going to happen in a very short space of time. You've also got a solar eclipse to contend with. That's on the 14th of October. That's at 21 degrees in Libra. So if you have planets at 21 degrees of Libra, or 20 degrees or 22, then you will be affected by this. This falls in your first house. And solar eclipses tend to be energies that are looking forward rather than looking back. So again, there is a focus on clearing out the old and bringing in the new at that particular time. I think for Librans, actually, apart from the Venus retrograde, I think it's a far more pleasant year. One of the big things that to look out for is obviously the transit of Pluto going in from Capricorn, which is another cardinal sign like itself, into Aquarius, only briefly from March till June, but that should kind of balance things out because that Pluto has been traveling in your fourth house since 2008, and the fourth house is all about the family, property, what drives you, your sense of security, and that has been turned upside down since 2008. It's been plugging away at you. It means that there's been kind of almost a reclusive aspect to a lot of Librans that they've had to contend with, and therefore that shift Pluto going into Aquarius in the fifth house will lighten things up a lot for you, and it just means it's moved out of an angle house, and you get a little bit of breathing space. Obviously, it goes back into Capricorn in June, but that's just to sort of tidy up things, loose ends, until it goes back into Aquarius into January 2024 for a 20-year period. So I think that's a big shift. So these are little shifts that are taking place that are planting you forward for the future. Anyway, if you like the video, press the like button and please become a subscriber, and thank you very much for watching.